The story had been circulating around Lord Beaverbrook Senior High in Calgary for as long as anyone could remember. It was one of those tales that every student seemed to hear at some point, whispered in the hallways, shared in hushed tones during lunch, or retold at sleepovers with a sense of morbid fascination. But no one really knew the full story, and that made it all the more unsettling. I'd been at Lord Beaverbrook for almost 2 years, and while I'd heard the rumors, I never paid them much mind. It was just another ghost story, something to scare each other. At least that's what I thought until my friend Jared dared me to check out the closed-off staircase. The staircase in question was tucked away behind the drama room. Most students didn't even know it existed, and those who did avoided it. The door to the staircase was always locked, but the few who had managed to get inside swore there was something wrong about the place, something dark. The story went that years ago. A girl had hung herself in that very stairwell. No one could agree on why she did it. Some said it was over a heartbreak. Others claimed it was bullying. And there were those who whispered about something much worse, something unspeakable. Whatever the reason, the story claimed that she died there, swinging from a pole in the stairwell until someone found her the next morning. After her death, the staircase was sealed off. The school claimed it was due to safety concerns, something about structural issues. But everyone knew the real reason. Teachers avoided talking about it. And the few times it was mentioned in class, it was dismissed as a baseless rumor. But if that was the case, why lock it up? Why go to such lengths to keep people out? Jared was one of the few who had managed to get in. He was always up for a thrill, always pushing boundaries. He picked the lock one afternoon when no one was around and slipped inside. When he told me what happened, his usual bravado was gone. "I touched the pole," he said, his voice low and serious. The one she supposedly hung herself from. As soon as I did, I felt this cold rush down my spine like someone was watching me. I got the hell out of there as fast as I could. I'm telling you, man, there's something in that stairwell, something wrong. I laughed it off, called him paranoid, but deep down, his words stuck with me. I couldn't shake the image of that dark, abandoned staircase, the ghostly presence Jared had felt. Part of me wanted to prove him wrong, to go in and come back unscathed, but another part of me, a much bigger part, wanted to stay as far away from that place as possible. But curiosity has a way of gnawing at you, and the more I tried to ignore it, the stronger it became. The idea of that staircase, hidden away, locked up with its dark history, started to haunt my thoughts. I began to wonder if there was any truth to the stories, if something really had happened there that the school was trying to cover up. So one afternoon, when the halls were quiet and everyone else had gone home, I found myself standing in front of that door. My heart was pounding, my hands sweaty, but I couldn't turn back. I had to know. The door wasn't locked this time. It creaked open slowly, revealing the dimly lit stairwell beyond. The air was thick with dust, the walls stained with age. It smelled musty, like a place forgotten by time. My footsteps echoed as I descended, the sound unnerving in the stillness. I reached the landing where Jared had said it happened. The pole was there, stretching across the width of the staircase, rusted and worn. I stared at it, my mouth dry, my heart thudding in my chest. I didn't want to touch it, but something compelled me to. My fingers brushed against the cold metal, and instantly I felt it, a rush of icy cold that shot through my entire body. It wasn't just a chill, it was something deeper, something that seemed to penetrate to my very core. It was as if the air itself had grown heavier, pressing down on me, making it hard to breathe. A whisper echoed in the stairwell, soft and distant but unmistakable. I couldn't make out the words, but the tone was clear. Pleading, desperate, filled with sorrow. I yanked my hand back, stumbling away from the pole, my pulse racing. That's when I saw her. She was standing at the top of the stairs, her figure faint, almost translucent, shrouded in shadows. Her head was tilted to the side, the way it might hang if she were suspended by her neck. Her eyes were wide, hollow, staring straight at me with an intensity that made my blood run cold. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. All I could do was stare back, frozen in place, as she slowly raised her hand, pointing at me with a bony finger. "Leave," she whispered, her voice hollow, echoing through the stairwell. I didn't need to be told twice. I turned and bolted up the stairs, nearly tripping in my panic. The door slammed behind me as I burst into the hallway, my heart pounding, my mind racing. I never went back to that stairwell. I didn't need to. Whatever was in there, whatever had happened, Was something better left alone? The staircase remained sealed, the door locked once more, and the story of the girl who hung herself at Lord Beaverbrook Senior High continued to be whispered, a chilling reminder that some things are buried for a reason.